That's it. So there's no score early going here. First quarter action. The Tatura Bulldogs drive the ball towards centre wing members side. Mansfield player tackle without the ball. Play on, says the umpire. And coming through is Patrick Marks. He gets a kick towards half forward. Players battle towards the boundary line, and it trickles over the boundary line in front of the Tatura coach's box. Jerry, beautiful day. Not a huge crowd. But
no, not a huge crowd. A big day for Mansfield Footy Club with Jimmy Herridge's 200.
Indeed. 200 games to James Jimmy the Whippet Herridge.
Yeah, life membership now for the GVL. Anyway, off the pack there and kicked long to a full forward, and as Jamie Sheen couldn't take the ball, hits the deck. Swarm of players, quick kick out of the pack. And he won't play. That's not far enough, but he has to the Tatura player. Kicks out wide to number 44 for the Bulldogs, who is Hill. Hill must have fumbled the mark.
Yes, he did. Wiz Howes gives it off. Stuck at the 50-metre line. Howes spinning again. Tamani from the boundary line centres the ball towards full forward. Davies getting there for the Eagles, but the ball goes across the face and out of bounds left forward pocket, mate.
Yes, yeah, as you said, Dave, beautiful. This morning you would have thought it was going to be a bit dodgy today, but it's a pretty good day here. A bit of cloud, but ideal weather for football. So you're going to throw it in front of the Go TAFE sign, Dave.
Okay, back into play it comes now, and ball's on the deck in the left forward pocket, and getting penalised for a throw there is number 7 from the Bulldogs, Jamison Daniels,
who's the coach.
And the free kick is going to go to Josh Martin.
Josh Martin, he'd be right up against the boundary line out the front of the new netball club rooms or change rooms. This will be a pretty good kick from here, Dave. He's right on the line there, so he's going to pop this up. Not a lot of wind, all pretty still. Sun glistening through the clouds here at wonderful Mansfield. Off the right foot swings the ball, falls short, and number 9 in Grenfell, who's their leading goal kicker, takes a mark, goes short. Grubby kick. Civarella picks it up. Played a bit of football for Civarella. Was a good junior too. Goes short. Good mark to Link Wellington. Another stalwart for Tatura. Link Wellington handballs over the top to Bulldogs player who kicks short and picked up by in 45 in Mansfield player in Derby. Oh no.
Lockie Christopher. Lockie
Christopher, sorry.
It's wore one across the mush, but he's up and about.
Ball up right in front of the box here.
So press box wing, Civarella gets the takeaway for Tatura, goes to centre half forward, and good strong mark back there for Bartlett back in the side after an injury. He goes to the centre wing, and Selmy in the clear out there gathers the ball now, straightens up, looks down to half forward, kick misses the target, and Wellington's got it, drives it to centre wing. And looks like it's been forced over the boundary line for a throw-in. So true centre wing position, clubroom side of the ground. Sun streaming now, beautiful day. Slight advantage appears to be towards the Mount Buller end, although just looking at the smoke coming out of the chimneys there, mate, just a little bit of a hint of a breeze towards that right pocket.
Plenty of fires going in Mansfield last night. It was pretty cool, wasn't it? Yes. Picked up really well off the pack by number 7 in Jamison Daniels, the coach. He picked it up and handballed it. Couldn't get the ball to play a pick. Grabbed by, couldn't see who that was, David.
Gallagher to Reekers.
Kicked up in the air. Players in, picked up again by Gallagher. Goes long, hands to Marks. marks the true fullback. Kicks it up in the air out on our side on the half-back flank, and it'll be marked by number 2 in Ethan Moore.
And he's at 50.
He's played on.
Wants to play on, and he goes around Allen on the mark.
In trouble.
In a bit of strife. Goes back to number 1, Billy Cooper. His handball's chopped off. Fighting hard in there for the Eagles, Will Foster. Finally, they get a bit of a clearance. Marnie's got the ball now. He's retreating into the 50. Got a player outside. And Christopher kicks the ball down the line, looking for Davies.
He's in everything, Davies, at the moment. He's throwing himself in really hard early in the game. So they'll throw the ball up here in front of the 12 block next to the playground on our side of the ground. The umpire will throw it in.
Martin locks up in the ruck. Neither ruckman touched the ball. There's the man of the moment, Herridge. His handball is smothered. Civarella fires out a handball, but it's chopped off again. Herridge forces the ball forward to Anselmi. He picks the ball up, tackled immediately to the ground. No prior opportunity, you'd imagine, and the umpire will ball it up. It's inside the centre square, just towards the centre wing on the press box side of the ground.
He's a big lad, this ruckman, Greta Grenfell, number 9.
Oh, yeah, big boy. Played for down at Seymour, but he's with Tet this year.
Quick kick by the Bulldogs players, right in the square for the Bulldogs. Both players chasing after it and taken over the line well by Bartlett. So that's a point, I would assume, for
Tat. That's the first score.
First score of the game.
First score of the game.
Marvellous.
So about to kick it in would be Bartlett.
Reekers, is it?
Oh, it
might be Reekers. I think Reekers is the designated kicker, and he comes out, gets the ball outside 50 looking for Markwick, but he doesn't take the ball. It's on the ground. Tatura have got the ball. The C's open, and inside attacking 50 they go. The kick was from McDonald, and a little chop of the arms there. Free kick going to Civarella, number 15, with the dark locks.
So he's going to kick on an angle, right up and probably 2 or 3 metres in from the boundary line.
Left half forward. He comes in now. Right foot drop punts on the way. Looks like he's pulled it a bit left. And so says the goal umpire, and 1 point on the Henry III scoreboard.
Indeed, so that's 2 behinds to Tatura, and Mansfield yet to score.
So Reekers will kick this back in again. No, the players not like they're coming back to this side of the ground again. So virtually to the spot where Civarella had his shot from. Lockie Christopher takes it off the pack and gives a handball to Marwick. Marwick out wide. Foster goes short. Ball grobbly kicked, and Mr. 200 picks it up. And Herridge goes wide to Howes long down the half forward flank and puts it right in front of Ben Fagan. He'll be right on the 50 out the front of the swing pool. Goes on the left foot, goes short. Jamie Sheehan, chest mark. In the same position as we had our first shot in, which is right up on that boundary line. We thought about coming in, Dave.
Yeah, he looked inside, but the player was covered there, so I think he'll have a shot. Playing as a permanent forward, Jamie Sheehan this week.
Yes, Lazarus. Last week, if he had been a horse, you probably would discontinue, but we can't say that on the road. But anyway.
I called him the miracle man. So he just gave me a smirk.
He's up and about. Swings it. Oh, you can tell.
Same result.
Yeah, same result. Oh, that's the mark.
Or a push in the back.
Is that Fagan?
Yep.
Ben Bongo Fagan's marked 15 metres out directly in front.
It doesn't look like the old Bongo with a haircut like that, does it? But anyway, he's been a great stalwart for the Mansfield Football Club, and he's going to be virtually dead in front and only probably 20 out by the time he kicks. The ball comes in. And thank you very much for coming. He has
kicked a
sausage.
Tony DeMasi.
Indeed. So 1 goal, Mansfield, 2 points to Tatura. Scoreboard to you by Henry III, your local liquid waste specialist. And he's servicing Mansfield and surrounding areas.
2 goals, 2, and he'll sort out your poo.
Another good one. We should write that down.
Some nice football from the Eagles there from half-back. The ball got through to Herridge. He flicked it out to Howes. A lovely long kick from Howes into Bongo, who marked surely at the 50. Little kick into Sheehan. The shot at goal went astray, but good work from Ben Fagan getting down to full forward.
Early days, David, but we were running the ball pretty well and cutting pieces in the first 5 minutes.
So in the ruck, Ari Damasi for the Eagles. And he gets a flying clearance.
Straight up
in the air.
Down.
So going to finish about 60 metres out from the Eagles' goal. It's heading towards the boundary line over on the netball court flank.
Said Sheen couldn't change direction then, so he obviously, he's dragging that leg issue a little bit, but it's over the boundary line right in front of the swimming pool. The umpire down and up he goes, Dave.
And in the ruck we have Coote for Tatura against Marwick. Neither of them to get an effective tap out, and the ball's on the deck. Stacks on the mill. Umpire's going to ball it up 55 metres around from the Eagles' goal. Left half forward flank.
Young Coote, huh?
A young Coote.
Yes. Okay.
Tap out goes Mansfield's way. They forced it inside 50, but it's a bit of a rugby scrum. Plenty of players around the ball. Tatura looked to get back going back the other way. Boy. Nice tackle, but no free kick. Davies there puts a bump on, but the ball comes out. Tatura players tackled and no disposal. So free kick coming our way, and it's young Joel Sanford. He's got the ball quick off the mark. He goes into the pocket. Lovely kick. Jamie Sheehan spilt the mark, and the ball's on the deck. Tat get it away towards the wing. Leading out there is Reekers.
Yeah, it was a good passage of play, but in that situation, when you can't take the mark and the umpire doesn't pay it, you can't talk him into paying it. So still back up.
Yeah, thought it looked like a mark, but Spoil was a little late. Anyway, that's ancient history. The ball's thrown back into play. Lovely pick up from the 22. Back. His handball's gone astray.
Colby McDonald, yeah.
And a big kick inside 50, lands about 25 metres out. Good sport from behind to Tatura. Foster onto the loose ball, gets tackled. Handball missed the target. Ball's at half forward for the Eagles. And
that was Brad Ryan from Tatura.
Looking to get the ball out of there is Jamison Daniels, but it's been forced over the boundary line. And they throw in about 80 metres around from the Mansfield goal, left half forward flank.
Yeah, so really early the pressure's good, putting pressure on the tap player with the ball, and we're locking it into our forward line.
It comes into play. Marwick gets the tap out, lovely tap out.
Nice.
Marnie, left foot snap inside 50. All players go to ground there. Back on the ball, Tatura force it backwards, but good tackling again by the Eagles, and to force the ball up inside their attacking 50.
So at the present moment, we've managed to keep on putting pressure on. Got a good line across here at the half-forward line, and then the ball goes up in the air. Tatura Ruckman taps it down, and the players all jump on. Jamie Sheehan at the bottom of the pack, nothing unusual about that. And the umpire, yes, will throw the ball up. Waited a bit of time then, David, didn't he?
He took his time.
Yep.
So,
one would say that they were quite happy to see Jamie getting jumped on, but we won't go there.
There was a lot of talk this week about congestion in the footy, so sometimes the umpire's just got to pay a free kick and get the game moving, I reckon. Let's play to the rules that we've got. The Eagles forced to play out of bounds.
Don't change the game, David, again.
Don't change the game.
No.
In fact, it's a Tatura free kick, so it must have been out on the full.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And big long kick from Daniels, almost to the centre wing on the members' side. The ball hits the deck, no one able to take the mark. Good tackling again from the Eagles, and they've been rewarded with a free kick. Looks like that might be Marton out there, is it? Getting the free kick.
Yeah.
Or...
The bloke was a big stiff, actually. I think he dropped it.
Tried to get rid of it.
He definitely dropped it, but landed on his foot, so he actually kicked it then, but he got pinged. Anyway.
Long right foot drop punt. Fagan on the lead. He couldn't quite complete the mark. He got a bit of a push. And the ball on the deck, pick up by the Eagles. They go back inside the Marnie. Marnie's at 50. Hooks his kick around the corner, but it's chopped off
by Wellington.
He's got a player running out wide. And number 21 does a bit of a U-turn. Ryan goes backwards. Just controlling the ball in the back half here. Number 44, Charlie Hill's taking a mark. Plays on now. Tatura have got runners looking to work the ball around this wing. Quick kick inside. And well done, Marnie, getting in there, cutting it off. Anselmi picks it up cleanly. And that is a sling tackle umpire, and he's going to pay it. He's driven his head into the ground.
He's up, though.
Free kick to Anselmi.
Gives it a short handball.
Reekers.
Ball pass, but chopped off by the tap player in 21, but there's no free. Hasn't paid the mark.
Umpire says it bounced.
That was a bit unfortunate.
Yes.
I thought he got it off his shoes himself. But
so that's Brad Ryan, the captain, down there. We're going to have a ball up in the right forward pocket, mate.
Yeah, so the umpire throws the ball up in the pocket here. The big ruckman tapped down by, is that Marton? The tackle laid in, and a quick kick out by the tap player. Handball by number 17 and Varaka. Varaka kicks a kick in. Patrick Mark chops it off right on the wing here. Takes it to the other side of the ground. It's a good lead by Damasi. Damasi spins handball. Oh yes, he does hit his target. 57 in there. David handballs the ball out wide. Again. Down to Fagan again. Oh, he's slung him again. Oh, gee.
Oh, he's got the free.
Yeah, he's called play on.
Oh.
Now he's paid a mark. Oh,
I think he called advantage in the end. It was a strange old decision.
21 in Ryan kicks across.
Goes to full-back. Tatura defending stoutly. They come out to this wing. Rikas leads in the ball for the Eagles.
One hand.
Find a teammate there. Allen fighting hard. Rossi Brown will get this. He gives the handball off to Joel Sanford. Sanford dodging and wheezing. Comes back to Allen. Little kick inside to Gallagher. Gallagher's marked the ball. Centre wing. He's got a player on square.
Got to hit a target here.
Goes there to...
Got away with it.
Bartlett.
Back to Brown.
Brown. And nice little kick inside. Christopher.
Right in the middle of the ground. Christopher pops it straight down to Jamie Sheen and the forward line. Couldn't take the mark. Picked up by Fagan. Jumped on by a whole lot of Bulldogs. A whole litter of Bulldogs.
Has won the free.
A whole litter of Bulldogs jumping on the top of the Eagle.
Feathers did fly.
Feathers flew.
Ben Fagan's got the free kick. He's 20 metres out from goal, but it's a very tight angle for a left footer.
No reward for the Dogs.
Tucked up on the boundary line.
Sit.
He's having a shot at goal now. Ball leaves his boot. Goal umpire taps his chest and says just one behind, but he's looking dangerous up there, Ben Fagan.
He is. That's the second scoring shot for him. 1 goal, 1 to Fagan, and 1 goal, 1 to Mansfield.
So
2 points to Tatura. Scoreboard to Henry the third.
Just hope they straighten up, because we're getting a lot of ball forward. Kicked in short to number 32, David.
And handballs it off there, Tommy Miller. They're still defending stoutly. A long kick finally comes down towards the wing. Good spell from behind from Bartlett. Goes to Rikas. Rikas twisting and turning. Goes.
Christopher getting a lot of the ball earlier.
And that's a high tackle. And Ryan Bartlett will get the free kick. Centre wing. He goes short. Back to Brown. Brown will take the mark. And comes out to the wing. Rikas on the lead. Takes it on his chest.
Right in front of us. Gee, that guy on the mark there, look at that guy, look at his boots.
Very bright. It's giving me a headache.
Glow in the dark.
And they're away here to Tatura. And kicked by Charlie Hill. Goes in towards centre half forward. Walsh there battling hard for the Eagles. It's on the deck. Tatura player overruns the ball. And well done, Marks. And Selmy getting involved. His handball is astray. And Christopher is going to unfortunately give away a free kick. A bit of a grab there.
Luke McGill.
And McGill's got the kick. Centre half forward. Too far out to score. He goes to the pocket.
Kick.
Nice lead. Marcus spilt. And Walsh comes away. Long handball to Rikas. Rikas got a player out here in Davies. Davies should mark. Centre wing. Just slows it down a little bit. Gets back off the mark. Always looking inside the Eagles. It's, all the players are covered, so he goes down the line. And over the top of Ben Fagan, and a relieving mark is taken by Liam Borelli.
Borelli goes back across full-back line.
Terrible kick.
Terrible kick to Jamie Sheen. Sheen, quick handball to couldn't see who that was. Back to Sheen and Selmy, and then back to Jamie. And Jamie kicks along, and Damasi's trying to have a shot at goal and has dribbled, hit the post. Tap play on really quick, go short.
Civarella's taken it at full-back. They're under the pressure here, Tat. They can't get the ball inside their attacking 50.
Wellington.
Coming out to Wellington now at half-back. He looks inside. He's missed a target. Gallagher there will get back for the Eagles. Goes to ground, gets the ball, backs out of a tackle. Looking for Davies. Davies forces the ball forward. Rikas picks it up at 55. He kicks it high into the pocket. In fact, it's going to carry all the way through for a behind. So peppering the goals here, the Eagles not able to get a major on the ball.
Score for Tony Damasi.
And the score for Tony Damasi, yes. 1-3-7 Mansfield to 2 points Tatura. And the crowd is growing just slightly.
Yeah, we're just popping in the netball.
Few getting out there on the terraces. Beautiful day for football here in Mansfield. Long kick goes to centre wing, and no mark to the Tatura player out there. Mansfield flicked the ball around with handball. Finally, a long forward handball goes towards Anselmi. He tackles Civarella to the ground, and legally, says the umpire.
I thought that was a pretty good effort, really. Then he did well to actually get Civarella, because he's a deadly player. Once he gets the ball, he's quick, and so I thought Brandt did a pretty good job to hold it up.
So he goes back inside defensive 50, a long way back, almost a full back. They've got the ball now. Nice kick out. They've got a free player here, number 32, Miller. Miller comes out and marked by, not taken by Wellington, but he's got plenty of time. Got the ball, centre wing.
Wellington
well done, Alan. Wellington lets the ball go, but he's got plenty of support. Left foot kick goes down towards half forward. Up in front is Marks. Gets the mark, plays on immediately to Brown. Brown goes out wide looking for Anselmi. And the ball pitches in front of him. He's got it now. He's going to get tackled. Davies with a handball.
Howes.
Oh, lovely running Eagles.
Brown.
Kick inside 50. Marton there for the Eagles. Couldn't complete the mark. Plenty of Tatura players there. They've got no one out this side, so a terrible kick. Civarella picks it up now. And Thuma goes down to half forward with a long left foot kick. Walsh getting back there for the Eagles. Taken off the line of the ball. Well done, Bart. That gives a handball to Marks. Marks looks back inside, trying to be creative. The ball goes straight past Wiz Howes. Little kick inside 50 to no one in particular. And getting back there for the Eagles is Christopher.
2 days to pick the ball up. That long handball to Davies. Davies has got 40 acres to run in. He goes down the same wing on the room side. Well done to Tat players. They jump in here to lock it up right on centre wing out the front of our rooms. That was almost slow motion.
It was a bit of slow motion.
He had obviously no one was picking him up. So the umpire throw on the true right on the dead wing on the probably on the point of on the square there. He'll throw this ball up.
Up it goes to Ruckman, lock up. Marton directs the ball down for the Eagles. No clearance yet. Fighting hard in there. A handball comes out. The Eagles get it forward through Davies. He goes to centre half forward. Good defensive punch there. It's on the deck. Tatura defending stoutly. To Civarella. Little handball on the up. Misses the target. Joel Sanford goes through left foot. Goes inside 50. There's no one at home. The ball trickle over the boundary line. Tatura get back. And they've kept it in play in the back pocket.
Wasn't good play by Mansfield then. He really had to go shorter. Jamie Sheen a couple by themselves, but never mind, he's only a young kid learning the game. So the Tatter now got the ball out on this side of the ground. Walls
kicks the ball to the super box, and it's pitched out of bounds on the full. Free kick going to Sanford, who kicks it straight away to Brown. And Brown runs almost to 50. He goes looking for Sheehan. Couldn't take the mark. The ball's on the deck. Plenty of Tatura players there. They share it around, and the handball comes out to Daniels. A little kick inside.
Jamison Daniels chipped it across to Martin, Sean Martin from Tatura. Back to number 32.
Miller.
I think Miller goes short to Jamison Daniels, the captain coach. He goes down to.
Oh, there's a hold there to an Eagle.
He's kicked quite a few goals, this guy, but he's certainly out of sorts here a little bit. Bartlett's got the better of him at the moment.
Bartlett's got a handball into the pocket to Howes. Howes goes down the line, but he's turned it over. And Tatura have got it at right half forward, too far out to score. Lovely left foot kick inside 50. The big players are there for Tat. They get the ball on the deck. Oh, well done there, the Eagles from Walsh defending grimly. There's the siren for quarter time.
And the quarter time score is 1-3-9 Mansfield to 2 points Tatura.
On top and going forward a lot is to switch up to your taller players because the back line are on top. But anyway, here we go again, Dave. Ball's up in the air for the second quarter.
And Marton in the ruck for the Eagles forces the ball to the deck, fights on hard, looking for a clearance. Coming through there, Allen, his handball was chopped off, and it's on the ground. Stacks on the mill just outside the centre circle. Last player up hands the ball to the umpire. That was Gallagher. Trots off after his opponent.
Well done by young Allen then. Comes through for a young kid and got the ball out. Both ruckmen hanging on to each other. Don't know how he's going to pull a free kick out of that one. But anyway, it goes to Grenfell, the big fella.
Number 9.
Number 9. He's got that bright boots too, mate.
Bright green boots. Nice right foot drop punt to centre half forward. Marks in the van for the Eagles. Couldn't complete the mark. Coming through, Marnie. Fights on again. Little handball chopped up by Civarella. Has a flying shot into the pocket. He's going to trickle out of bounds, and it does.
There must have been a sale on for those boots, I think.
Yeah. I tell you,
Sports Power or something like that.
This is the opposite to last week where Marnie and German were.
Yes.
Those two have been really quiet. It's been the young kids that have been, taking a turn, which is great that we can still be, well and truly on top of things and not have to rely on the same players.
And that was part of the coach's instructions before the game. He didn't want any passages. He said, you've got to all put in. And so far, so good. The ball comes out towards Anselmi. He tackles his opponent. The ball comes out through Wellington. Oh, look at that from number 44, a left foot kick. Hill almost missed the whole lot.
Yes.
Free kick coming our way. Herridge.
He was pushing it uphill with that kick.
And here he is, the
Mr. 200.
Mr. 200, Jimmy Herridge.
GVL Life member.
Comes towards centre wing, Davies, and he gets there. Now he's got plenty of time to get the ball. He's dodging and weaving, gets around an opponent, shrugged it off nicely to German. German centre wing.
Oh, he's there as a player. Breakers. Oh,
good.
Big collision of players, hits the deck. Out by number 22 in Tatura.
It's Grenfell getting pinged out.
Well, Howes has got him.
Well done, Housey. It's a big fellow to wrap your arms around too. And he had his sunglasses on because he's got those white boots. We just keep talking about.
Very nice line boots. Howes goes to full forward, and there's a player down there. Sheen on chest, turns around left foot and goal.
Put it right in his lunchbox.
He must have been hiding in the boundary line, over the boundary line somewhere. But good teamwork, good spotting from Howes, and easiest goal Jamie Sheen's kicked for a long, long time.
And Jamie just finished it off, didn't he?
Yes.
Picking up the crumbs. So that sees Mansfield now 2-3, 15 points to Tatura. 2 behinds in the scoreboard to you by Henry III. And as Henry says, a flush beats a full house.
And good to see the tackler being rewarded there, Adrian, and I'm sure the coach is happy with the way they have gone about tackling their opponents today.
It was well done. I mean, for a guy of that sort of experience to get pinged, it's a bit unusual, but he had no idea that Wiz was right in his back pocket. But anyway, up in the middle.
Grenfell gets the tap out, but it comes via Marnie to German. His kick is wide to the wing, and Howes runs out there, taking the mark now. Gets the ball moving quickly into the half-forward line, looking for Ben Fagan. Look for a bit of a push, nothing doing. Good tackle again by Fagan, no disposal. And it's yet another free kick to the Eagles.
Gee, at a pace, we just seem to be really onto them, and they're not aware of it, David. So I'm like what we see, our aggression, attack on the footy, and to run at all costs is just really rattling Tatura at the moment. You can see they're just looking at each other all the time. Bit of finger pointing going on. I mean, we're only in this second quarter, so Fagan's going to come in right in front of the coffee merchant sign. He puts the ball up on his left foot and has split the middle. Goal for Henry.
Well done, Ben Fagan.
And Mansfield's third. Mansfield 3-3-21. Tatura 2 behinds.
So great pressure there from the forward line players, resulting in the last 2 goals to the Eagles. Put that on the highlight reel and show it to the boys. Well done to the Eagles, and good start to the second quarter here.
Yes, so like we said, quick movement of the footy, they're just definitely putting it out so that Fagan can get to it, or Jamie Sheen, or a one-out situation. So at the moment, things are looking pretty good. It's just going to be maintaining that. So the big ruckman in Grenfell gets the ball down, kicked out by Hill. Out here, it's Lockie Christopher chasing number 2. Moore does more with it. Runs around on the right foot, and he's just turned that straight over. Disposal was pretty average there for.
He had the motors going. He couldn't slow down, and Bartlett knocked it through for a point to Tatura. He comes away straight away to Reekers. He's running through half-back. He's had 2 bounces. Kicks it over centre wing, looking for Fagan, but he's underneath the ball, and mark has been
Borelli's going to get the ball. That's got nothing to go. They're very static. There's good zone pressures. Holding them up. Off the pack by the tap player. Fumbled. Picked up again by, can't see, looks like
Martin.
Martin, and everyone stacks on the mill. Really good to see that when they're getting the ball, David, they've got no one to give it to, because Mansfield's zone's really blocking the holes, so they've got nowhere to run.
Grenfell tries to get his own takeaway, but his kick is smothered. German little paddle off the ground there, looking for a teammate. Ball's on centre wing, right in front of the Mansfield coach's box. It's forced over the boundary line, and we will have another throw in
front of the coach's box, or the right in front of the Mansfield Football Netball Club sign on the rooms there, and he's going to throw it into the ruckman.
Scotty Marwick's come up to do battle there in the ruck.
Yeah,
neither ruckman touched the ball. It's on the deck. Marwick gives a handball off. The Eagles go forward.
Davies
half forward, and Ari Damasi comes out there in a contest with Brad Ryan. The ball goes over the boundary line, 60 metres out from the Eagles' goal, right in front of the can bar. Any specials at half-time this week, do you think, Cheery?
Yes, I shouldn't say this, but at half-time you get cans for $3.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I know.
Throw-in comes back into play. Davies tackled immediately. The umpire letting it go, and finally the Eagles flick it out to Herridge. Herridge runs inside
Mr.
50.
200.
Kicks it into the pocket. It's going to go out of bounds, left forward pocket.
Yeah, well, Timmy did say to me about the can bar, not to tell everyone, because it's just a general thing that people know about.
Oh.
So I know
it's on the hush-hush.
That's right, so you'll get flooded with cans today.
So we shouldn't mention it.
I shouldn't have mentioned, no. The $3 cans at half-time. Throw in by the umpire at our forward line. Quick, good hands. Quick kick by Tad up in the air. Marwick, nice mark. Oh, David, I like what we're saying. You know, every player is really lifting at the moment. It's hard, which is really causing a few problems for Tat. Marwick goes straight down to Davies from Mansfield, but he gets off hands. Picked up by the young fella in Allen, and he's locked up by Mr. Experience in Link Wellington, who was a major thorn in Mansfield sides back in the early 2000s.
Indeed. Grenville gets the tap out, and Tatura player wrapped up immediately. No chance of a disposal there. And good tackle from Jamie Sheehan, playing as a forward, and we'll have a ball up 45 metres out. From
47, I reckon, Dave.
From the Eagles' goal. Ari Damasi in the ruck.
Good tackle.
Lovely tackle again there by Davies. Tatura forced the ball out. Civarella tries to find a teammate, and off they go to the races. Number 44 flicks it
turnover.
out. But turnover could be coming. Civarella, no one to give it to, heads to the boundary line, and it's over the line directly in front of us here at the broadcast box.
Yeah, good footy. 3 or 4 there, three guys. They couldn't get them out, so we're hunting in numbers, which is fantastic to see. You know, put the pressure on and force the fumble. So the umpire throw the ball in virtually right in front of us here in the box.
Marwick locks up with Grenfell. The ball goes over the back. Tatura try and get it away. Gallagher to Herridge.
Mr. 200
is running. Right foot drop punt goes to centre half forward. Up there flies Fagan. Couldn't bring the ball.
Well done, Sheehan.
And has a flying right foot shot at goal, but he sprayed it to the right and out of bounds on the full.
I reckon, David, they'll keep this tape and play it a few times. Just that ball movement is probably what Cam really wants to see, is just move it quick, then you don't give the opposition a chance to man up. And at the moment, Tat's really struggling to get it out of our forward line. So he's going to kick it out in front of the Sports First sign down along the Mansfield complex side of the ground, straight to Ari Damasi. Ari's going to go back, short to young Allen.
Yes, good work.
There's nothing of him, is he? He's like a jockey, this kid, but he can play footy.
So Allen's got it. He's going to kick from just outside.
Smothered off the ball. Just a lack of experience there, David. He's going to reverse it.
Umpire's getting involved here. I'm not sure what's going on.
No, just talking.
Yeah.
Just waving his arms around.
I called play on. I don't know whether he did.
He's waving to us, David. He was waving to us.
And the boundary umpire throws it in. Attacking 50 for the Eagles. Right half forward flank. Davies. Well done from the ruck tap out. He goes with the left foot kick inside.
Torpedo
50.
bomb.
The torpedo, yes. They're
going backwards. They're going backwards.
Still going back. They're in the square.
Had to the big fella there.
They've got a player out in the pocket, but
Davies picked it off.
And his right foot banana.
If we can straighten up, David, they're going to blow them away the way that's going. And Tat are really under siege every time they get the footy. It's just our inaccuracy that's not really putting score on the board, which the score would be.
The score would be.
I gotcha.
You did. I was daydreaming. 3-3-21 to 3 points.
Yeah, last 2 out of bounds on the full, so it could have been a bit better for the Eagles, so they've got to make sure they capitalise on this ascendancy here. And the kick down the line has been marked by Miller.
That's blocking off the ball there, but he just...
Miller goes to Wellington. Just a little chip over the top.
No options. He's going to have to go down the line again.
Yeah.
This is the zone that I'm talking about. Is it just our ability to fill up holes? From a height, that's the advantage of being a high, Dave. You see what goes on. So short, back to centre half. our centre half back, or our centre half forward for ours. Number 5 in Thuma.
Left foot kick.
Thuma goes out to his player, which is on the other side of the ground, in 34. Can't see
Donahue. And the kick's gone to centre wing. It's playing a bit of possession footy here, Tatura. Getting a bit of control. They come to centre half forward. Good running from Civarella. He's gone into the pocket. Kick's got a fair bit on it. And coming out marking on his chest with the long locks.
Number 31 in
Bellis. Xavier Bellis.
Xavier Bellis. Xavier with a Z too. That's interesting, though. Yeah, Xavier Bellis.
So he's marked about 35 metres out. It'll be a 45-degree angle. He'll be kicking from the right forward pocket. And he's on approach now. Kick on the way.
Good
swinging
kick.
Back nicely.
Good kick.
And it is a goal to Tatura. So against the flow of play, the Bulldogs get a goal.
They do indeed. And Mansfield still leading by 12 points. Mansfield 3-3-21 to the Tatta 1-3-9. Scoreboard to you by Henry the Third.
And that must be a real frustration there, David. The amount of times we moved the ball forward, we kicked points and we should have kicked goals, and then they just pop it over the zone and they're away. So you know, that's the part of footy we got to learn is while you're going to be attacking and you run, you know, unfortunately you get a turnover and then it all turns to mud. So unfortunately they were able to do that and then turn around and kick a goal. So we've got to straighten up. We've got opportunity. You've got to put them between sticks.
Plenty of positional moves there. Bellis has kicked the goal, then gone down to the half-back flank. Tatura get the clearance.
Daniels
is going well. He gets the ball inside, attacking.
Good pick up by Civarella. One hand.
Ball over the top. We're running
class.
Kick 2 in a row.
Right, indeed. Who was that got the one?
Number 1. That's Billy Cooper, is it?
Yes, Billy Cooper. He's the guy. I think he's gone from the tap, and you can just see the class there. I mean, Daniel's out of the middle, just bang left foot, and then Civarella one hand pick up. So they've got some ball movers there. So and that's the difference really in terms of experience around those players. You step up. So we just got to put the brakes on now, and unfortunately it's a 6-point game.
It is 30 minutes into the second quarter now, and yes, it's a 6-point ball game at the moment. Mansfield 3-3-21, Tatura 2-3-15.
Back in the middle of the ground, the umpire throws the ball aloft to Marcy in the ruck, but Tatura gets a clean takeaway. And lovely tackle there from behind from Marnie. Stopped that clearance from Daniels, or otherwise Tatura were goal bound again.
He shifted this Albury coot onto the ball, and he's put it down Daniels and throat twice now. And he's got his hand to that again to number 2 in Matthew Shannon from Tatura. Shannon couldn't pick it up, fumbles out. Allen couldn't pick it up, it goes out wide again. There's Mr. 200 and Herridge goes for a short handball. Well done, Jimmy, for a little fella. Picked up by Howes. Howes short handball. Now this is where they capitalise. Cross from there and Lockie Christopher missed. And that's what I'm talking about, David. You've got to... You know, that was beautiful football. Got to have that finish.
Just needed the finish there. Joel Sanford's kick was away to the left. Just missed. So a point on the board to the Eagles.
3-4-22, Mansfield 2-3-15, Tatura.
This is good footy, David, out of the middle.
Quick AFL score for you, Nico. The Bombers 26, Hawthorn 16. And that's at quarter time. So well done to Essendon. Tatura bring the ball in from full back. Nice kick down the line. Marks flies, couldn't bring the ball, couldn't take the mark. Ball's on the deck. Tatura running forward of the contest, but great tackle there. Goes unrewarded, unfortunately, from an Eagles point of view. And the umpire's going to throw it in. Player taken over the boundary line. So we're just slightly forward of the centre. Damasi gets the ruck tap out. The ball goes out the back. There's no Eagle player there. Tatura get the ball inside the centre square. Number 14 with the headband there. Matthew Ryan goes to full forward. Walsh back.
Well done, Walsh. Good punch.
A good spoil in. And maybe a free kick coming our way. Nothing doing.
Civarella quick hands.
Looking to get the ball out to number 32. He overran it there. Tom Miller. And the players force a ball up.
So that moves Grenfell down to full forward too.
Yeah. Just the other thing is too that I can just see both the more experienced Mansfield players aren't getting a touch, which is in Marnie and German, and their opposing
Walsh leg there, no free kick. and going to be another ball up. So we've gone nowhere. We're 30 metres out directly in front of the Tatura goal as they attack to the netball end. Umpire says, I'm going to run backwards. So he throws it up in the air and does run backwards. Grenfell gets the tap out. And quick kick forward out of there by Sanford. It's at centre-half forward for Tatura. Was that a handball? No, says the umpire. Good tackle from Marnie. You've got to give the ball back, son, otherwise it's going to be 50.
That's where it should have just gone bang. The umpire slowed the ground down. You know, that's 50 metres. Okay, he goes short to Allen. Allen back to Marnie again here at centre-half back for Mansfield. He goes out to the wing, virtually the turnover there, and a little bit too high. Link Wellington. He comes out here to 17 in Varka. Varka comes out wide to 44, which is Charlie Hill. He goes back to where it came from again. They're mucking around a little bit here in Varka. Varka's going to take a bounce. Gets the hand to nobody really, to the big ruckman in Coote. Coote out to Hill.
Oh, great smother
by Rossi Brown. He's running Rossi Brown football. Nice dinky kick, but it's right in the middle of the circle by Fagans up the ground. Fagans straight up the middle of the ground. Sheen pushing, shoving. Nearly took it off the pack, off the ground. And yes,
well done, Jamie Sheen, a bit of a solo effort.
Well done.
It's a goal to the Eagles. He fought on well there, Jamie Sheen. It was one-on-one really for a while, then a second player came over. Just David, with his feet.
Why do you need to worry about having a sore leg when you kick goals from about 2 metres every time?
Well done to Jamie Sheen.
And that's his second.
Great work from Rossi Brown.
And Mansfield now 4-4, 28 to Tatura, 2-3-15. Scoreboard to you by Henry III.
And just that experience of Brett Marnie across that centre half, him and young Allen, the way they move the ball, again, just split the ground up and created space for the forwards.
Grenfell gets the tap out.
Davies, good tackle from Mansfield.
Well done. He locks the ball in underneath Jamison Daniels.
But Jamison Daniels has really come alive now, David. Yes. I like him. He just clears the ball. So leading as a true coach and captain coach as he is.
Well done, Martin. But the umpire's going to pay a free kick against him in the ruck. And Grenfell will take it. His defensive side of the centre circle looks towards half forward. Big fella leads up there. Marks from behind. Gets the ball on the deck.
Marks.
And Eagles arrive in numbers. So it looks like a ball upcoming. I think it was Corey Mellon out there, I think the Bulldogs player who was unable to take the mark. He's a big lump of a lad. Number 10.
Big boy. No, is it? No. Corey Mellon's actually coaches the seconds. Because I know Corey, so I'm not too sure who that is.
So the Eagles get a clearance. They go forward of the pack. This time kick goes towards centre-half forward. Link Wellington comes up, takes it on the half volley. Lovely pick-up. Has a bounce, runs to centre wing.
Got all day.
A little handball over
nice
the top.
by House, smothered.
Oh, good work from Wiz House there. He's going to force the ball forward. And running hard, Reekers. Lovely kick. And Ben Fagan marks on his chest, 40 metres out. He swings around onto his left boot, going immediately, but he's pulled it. And I think he's missed everything, out of bounds on the full.
You know, I would have gone short to that young Allen then. Is it Allen, 21? No, who's that?
Yep, Allen.
Yeah, I would have gone to him then. I think Fagan probably should have gone across because his young kid had space. Oh, they nearly turned it over again. They've come this side of the ground, David. And their zones again, block him in. Two on one.
Foster forces the ball down to the ground, but they've got the numbers. Hill.
Caught.
Tackle. Handball over the top. And they should run it out to Tatura, but they've kept it alive. Foster sees the ball over the boundary line for the Eagles. 70 metres around left half forward flank. And Mansfield are attacking to the Mount Buller end of the ground.
And hunting in numbers again. There was 3 on 1. So the Mansfield certainly after it today.
Grenfell gets the tap out. Rossi Brown almost gets through with a little toe poke off the ground.
Marnie.
Goes towards Marnie. He's dodging and weaving. Handball out towards centre half forward. Good work by Tatura. Civarella. It's a high handball. Put Wellington under the pump. Fagan arrives.
They got him.
And Howe's a good tackle as well. They're under severe pressure back there, but they work it out, the Tatura Bulldogs.
Miller. 32.
And, look at this lovely pick-up on the run there. Kick goes high towards the centre wing, and no one able to take the mark. It's on the deck. Good tackling again from Foster. Civarella, good running. He's got the ball in the middle. Lovely little kick forward. And they're in the van here, Tatura. It's at centre half forward. They force the ball out. Getting back well there, the Eagles.
And Gallagher.
Marks. Handball over the top. Martin. Marks. Good running.
Got nothing to give to. Go straight down to centre half forward. Here's Fagan, Marnie, and bending down the Tatura player, and number 17 gets it out, which is Varaka. Varaka dribbles to no one. Civarella by himself. Oh, good smothered by with one hand by Fagan, but they managed to get the Tatura player, gets a kick out of there, picked up. Handball.
Wall it was. And free kick going to be paid here for a hold. Tatura have got the ball. They've got a player running down inside 50. Great work, Allen getting back there. Gets the ball on the deck against his Tatura opponent. Nihil. And well done again. Lovely tackle by reward the tackle, and he does. Free kick to
play on football.
Advantage.
Love this. Oh, goodness, they've turned it. No, they haven't.
Oh, hot.
Under pressure.
Foster kicks it off the ground. The ball's on the deck. Scotty Marwick tackles Civarella to the ground. Plenty of Tatura numbers around the ball. They've got it centre wing. Handball forward. Looking for Civarella, but he shepherds for his teammate there. Handball puts it into the punt. Rossi Brown has done it again. Free kick.
Playing a good game across this half-back and running off. Rossi Brown goes for a bit of a trot, kicks it down, virtually the square, and marked by number 12 in Tatura, who's McGill. McGill goes to the other side of the ground, virtually into the centre circle. Marked by 18 in Coot.
Yep.
And no, 19, sorry.
He's taken it. And 50 metres, I think.
Oh, no.
He's paid 50 metres for being in the protected area, I assume. Wasn't for the man on the mark. So this is going to be a very easy goal to Jaden Thuma, the umpire taking him right to the square. No Mansfield player is bothering to go down and stand on the mark. And a goal has been kicked by the Bulldogs.
7 points of difference now at the 22nd minute mark of the second quarter. And we see Mansfield leading by 7 points, 4-4-28 to Tatura, 3-3-21.
It's a lapse in concentration. I know, look, this is a tough rule. We can all sit back and go, oh, that's not fair, but it's the rule, and the umpires are onto it, but it's just a bit interesting when they're onto it and when they're not, but that's another story, and where. But then again, that's the same as before. We lose that concentration, David, and that's what you're going to get with young guys. But gee, it's exciting footy that Mansfield's playing at the moment, and Tatura are certainly throwing it up to us as well. Yeah,
they've come back well, Tatura, in the ruck.
Coot.
And good tackling.
Wrapped up by Rossi Brown.
Rossi Brown. He's just a tackling machine today, Ross Brown, in the middle of the ground there. Applies a good tackle.
Brown's boys.
And in the ruck, we have Coot. They get the ball out to Tatura, but great smother again. Rossi Brown again kicks it off the ground, heading towards the centre wing, and Selmy picks it up. Lovely handball to Foster. Foster's little kick inside to Brown, who's butted up. Great control of the ball.
This will be good for you if they can get a goal out of this one.
And Fagan leads out and couldn't take the mark, but he butters up beautifully. He's got it on the deck.
Too high, umpire.
Kick comes inside. Allen's taken the mark anyway.
Yep.
And is he going to pay it downfield?
He should.
He should, but he's not going to. Oh, he's...
It's it.
Anyway, he got his kick away and was tackled high.
Yeah, but it adds about another 4 or 5 metres to the kick, you know.
Yes, should have been downfield, most likely. But anyway, Ben Fagan will come in from... he'll be kicking from outside the 50. He's directly in front. He's just crossing out of the centre square now. There goes the left foot. Well, you can't really call that a drop punt.
It's average.
And it's been marked by Tatura in the back pocket.
Kicked out wide by 21 in Ryan, the vice-captain of the side, and it's come off hands, which was off Brett Marnie and Sansi.
Good pressure there from the Eagles, forcing the ball out of bounds. They're in the right forward pocket.
Outside of the Mansfield High Country Tree Services.
Oh, Al and the team.
Yeah. Oh, great pick up by Jamie Sheehan. Whizzes through the pack, gives it off
to Marton,
who just kicks it up in the air. Pretty easy takeaway here by Tatura. They're going to come out this side of the ground. Short hands to Jamison Daniels, the coach. He goes short. Well done from Marks, who punches the ball down to Foster, is it? Sanford. Herridge caught high, but no kick.
And Selmy. Christopher.
Oh, nice hands here. Allen in the middle of the ground. He's going up the middle of the ground, and Sheehan couldn't hold the ball. Pick it up off the ground. Good tackling here by Mansfield, but they managed to clear it out here again back to Daniels, who hasn't moved from his last kick. Comes out wide, down the wing.
Good
Oh,
kick.
nice delivery. And the tap player.
Yeah, Ballas, it goes inside 50. Tatura player goes to ground there. Getting back for the Eagles is Bartlett. Bartlett swings onto the right boot. Comes out to Reekers.
Reekers has got
running bounce. Centre wing position. It's a low kick and it's chopped off by Tatura. And they flick it around with handball. To Hill. Hill goes inside 50, but it's off the side of the boot. And
Civarella picks it up off the pack. Real quick snap. You're joking me. I wouldn't have surprised you had a kick that. He's a class act, that kid. Gee whiz, we're lucky to get out of that one.
Anyway, kicking the ball in from fullback. Looks like Marks doing the kick-in duties at the moment. So young Marks goes short. And Ryan Bartlett comes up and Marks in front of his face. So they've only gained a few metres. He's got a player in the pocket. It's Gallagher. Gallagher's got a player on over the top. He goes to Marks. Marks has got it. And there goes the siren for half-time.
We've got a game on our hands, boys.
Interesting game of footy.
Indeed it is. And half-time score sees Mansfield 4-4-28. One goal ahead of Tatura, 3-4-22. Here we go.
Umpire holds the ball aloft. Third quarter action from the Mansfield Rec Reserve. Mansfield Eagles taking on Tatura, and Grenfell gets the ruck tap out. He goes forward, and a free kick's been paid against Marnie, and the recipient is Daniels, who has the potential to take this game away from the Eagles if he gets off the chain. Long right foot drop punt, goes straight to full forward. Back there is Marks. The ball's on the deck. Bartlett defending stoutly. No, it was Walsh. Comes out to Howes. Howes has got it at half back. He looks up, got nothing on, so he dodges, weaves, goes backwards. A left foot kick, I think that might be Reekers, goes to centre wing looking for Scotty Marwick. He's handballed it over the top of the round, Selmy on the fly, and umpire says no disposal, free kick to Tatura.
Okay.
And
the crowd has
swelled, yes.
It has. I think Cheery mentioning the $3 beers at half-time.
That might have something to do with it. Ryan Bartlett does the big spoil. In fact, he's hit the ball so far, it's gone onto the roof on the change room, so there's going to be a bit of a delay here.
I think we might play another song. What are you ringing?
The umpire's got no idea where the ball is. And
that's why I need another ball, spare ball.
A little fun fact about Fleetwood Mac. Soon to be joined by an Australian performer.
Yes, indeed.
Neil Finn.
One of the Finns.
Yes, has joined Fleetwood Mac and will be touring with them later in the year. So there you go, a little fun fact there for you listeners out there in Radio Land. Yeah. And there's a bit of old-fashioned country ingenuity there as a young fella is hoisted onto the roof of the change rooms.
Actually, that's Bully. That's not a young fella.
There's two young fellas up there now.
Actually, we should give Bulldog, that's Matt Stevenson, a bit of a congratulations. He's produced once again.
Oh, fantastic.
And yes, a lovely 8.5-pound bouncing baby girl at about 20 to 3 this morning. So well done, Therese and Matthew.
Well done, Matt.
And Billy, yeah. So
yeah, that's great news.
Yeah, great. So I think he's got to keep trying because we want to keep building that cricket team. Anyway, back to the game.
And the umpire throws the ball in. On the fly comes through Herridge. He kicks it immediately towards half forward, but that kick is wide and out of bounds on the full. Right in front of the Tatura coach's box. And Tatura with the relieving free kick through Wellington. He goes down the line, looking for Grenfell, the big fella. He comes up to mark on his chest. Yeah,
he's doing very well, isn't he?
He's a good player. Yeah. He looks to half forward now. High kick. Big pack of players go for the mark. Ball spoiled towards the boundary line, and it trickles out of bounds in front of the can bar there. Just inside the attacking 50 for the Tatura Bulldogs. Right half forward flank. They attack to the Mount Buller end of the ground.
Okay, so the umpire's going to throw the ball in, and it's knocked off by Grenfell. Picked up the pack by young Howes. Jaden Howes takes one bounce. He's got to take a second. Just got no, I didn't think so. He didn't get his kick in. He's ran too far. Yeah, this is the... David without being too hard. We got a kick.
Reversal.
I don't know about that.
He got a bit of treatment from the Tatura player high.
Yeah, I thought he was actually going to get pinned himself. But anyway, so he's got the ball back. Centre wing. He goes long down the same wing on the same side of the swing pull side. Off the pack. Big punch from the Tatura players from behind. Can't pick up by
Grenfell.
High kick. Free kick going to Tatura.
Don't know where he's pulling that one from.
No, anyway.
It's a bit far away, actually. Need the goggles out.
Well, yeah.
Kick comes in towards the middle of the ground. Rossi Brown is under the ball there. Well done, Joel Sanford, fighting hard for the Eagles. Great tackle, Rossi Brown. Tatura, good player, good enough to get the handball away.
Yeah.
And the umpire's paid a free kick for a trip.
Yeah,
and
grabbed him around the legs.
Just
handball off there by Charlie Hill. Tatura go out to the wing. And Eagles players arrive there in numbers. Howe's again involved, and the ball goes over the boundary line.
It's the same as last week, David, where we just a lack of discipline and we started getting drawn into things. And I know the young guys got plenty of go in them, but they've got to put a lid on it. It can't cost the side.
Ball comes back into play. Out of the back of the pack, Tatura trying to get a clearance. Good pressure from the Eagles. Marnie in there. German. Quick kick goes forward from Rikas. It's high. No one able to take the mark. Tatura onto the loose ball. They run through centre wing. Left foot kick goes inside, attacking 50. Good lead out there. Bartlett for the Eagles defending Stowley. Lovely tackle again there. And no free kick. Great tackle, Chris Gallagher.
Got a player really struggling in front of the room there. Mansfield player who saw it happen, David, and was off the ball. And it's young Housey, and he's just got, sorry, but he got picked off. And he's in a bit of pain.
That's a shame. He's been taken from the ground as we speak. Ball umpire throws it up at centre half forward for Tatura. Stacks on the mill, and we'll have a repeat.
All right, so the ball's here at true centre half back for
he's played a block.
And
it's a free. No, he's reversed it, and he's played a high free kick to the Eagles.
He likes waving his arms around.
It's confusing.
He's a good mark by Bartlett, is it?
Well done.
Bartlett on the right foot comes right in front of us here at the box. Oh, well done, and great mark by the young Allen. He hurt himself on the sign.
Gets up limping.
He'll have to give a handball, mate. He's banged his knee.
Yeah.
So Gallagher's going to take the kick for him. He goes straight down the line, marked by Anselmi. Brant's his natural arc has ran around. He's going to have to kick though. He put it on the right foot. He's put it up high to the square. Off hands. No player can mark it. And there's a absolute litter of pups, as we've mentioned before, and a nest of Eagles.
And finally the umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up.
No bone.
20 metres out from goal, just slightly towards the right forward pocket. And the players clear out, so should be able to organise a clearance here, you would think. Marwick in the ruck, Grenfell over the top. Looks
Mr.
like
200.
Herridge fighting hard, hands and knees. Locks the ball in with Civarella. And the umpire will have no choice but to ball it up again. Tad have forced it about 10 metres around the boundary line there.
See, a really good improvement in Tatura's pressure there. They're really starting to corral players, so it's good to see them respond to a bit of a test in the first half. Smothered by Civarella, who follows up off of Brownie and Selmy's Burton over the boundary line. But like I said, Dave, it's really good to see Tat really pulling the pressure, so they're obviously must have got a bit of a rocket at half-time and have tightened up a lot.
Still 6 points of difference here at Mansfield. Mansfield 4-4, 28-2, 3-4, 22.
Tommy German getting a little bit of the ball in the second quarter. He's wearing number 48, so a change of jumper this week. There he goes with a little right foot kick. It goes into the pocket. A trickle over the boundary line for a throw in. So they've kept him pretty quiet, German. And looks like number 32 from the Bulldogs, Tom Miller, the captain's taken it upon him to curb his influence on the game. He's been effective so far. So let's hope German can get off the leash in the second half.
Okay, the two ruckmen go for the ball and Grenfell knocks it out. Picked up the pack there by Lockie Christopher. Short handball into Rikas. Rikas over the top to Gallagher. Gallagher just bangs it onto the boot. Semi-torpedo. Falls short. Sheen can't mark. Off the pack. Good tackle by Herridge, but the Tatura player gets a little dinky kick out. Picked up by Anselmi, who's playing a ripping game, I think, out to Marks. Marks then takes it in. The run's sensational by Mansfield, and he goes down to the forward pocket. Marnie, short hands. Damasi swings around and a rainmaker.
Herridge.
Chest mark by James Herridge.
60 metres out from goal, shields his face from the sun, tacking to the netball end. High drop punt goes to full forward, looking for Marwick there. The ball's on the deck. Sheehan off the ground, left foot.
I think he's kicked it.
It's a goal
for Henry III.
Indeed, so that sees Mansfield now 5-4, 34, 2, 3, 4, 22, and it's Jamie's third goal for the game. Score brought to you by Henry III, and as Henry says, we're number one in a number two business.
I tell you what, this has been such an exciting game and such good football. I haven't asked you about golf because last week we talked about golf and we didn't actually because you wouldn't talk about golf.
No, there wasn't much to say.
Was this week better?
This week was a little better, yes. I enjoyed my game of golf on Thursday, but I'm not going back till next Thursday.
Oh,
it rained on
steadfast.
Did it rain on Thursday?
Thursday night, yes.
Thursday night.
Okay. Ball up in the middle here back at Mansfield, taken out by 28 from Tatura, who is, I can't think of it, Martin, short kick, picked up by Walsh from Mansfield. Walsh gets it across.
Christopher
Sanford.
Yep. Oh, Tatura onto the loose ball.
There, and a great delivery.
Lovely kick inside attacking 50, and Rika's trailing his man there. Couldn't affect the spoil.
I think this is Thuma, is it?
Don't know.
5?
He's going to kick from right on the 50.
Thuma's 5.
Not much of an angle to speak of. Rika's retreats 5 metres from the mark. Umpire lines him up, so he'll be kicking in from the social club side of the room, from the social club side of the ground. In he comes now. Little skip on approach. Left foot kick is high and away to the right for a point to Tatura.
Okay, so what score?
And the score sees Tatura go ahead by a point, and they're trailing Mansfield by 11 points. Mansfield 5-4, 34. Tatura 3-5, 23.
Okay, so Rikas will kick it in. He goes to the Mansfield Sporting Complex side of the ground. In front was Marks, couldn't mark the ball. Comes off hands. Tatura players jumping on it and all locked up. Well done. I think that's German actually pulled that in. And umpire will ball it up. Herridge, 45 out. On the, like I said, on the Mansfield room side of the ground. Umpire throws the ball up, Dave.
Marwick in the ruck. Directs the ball down. Foster's there for the Eagles. Tatura battling hard for it. Little quick kick out of the pack. Goes the Eagles' way. Lovely tackle.
Yeah, good tackle.
I think that might have been Davies. Tatura get a loose ball, kick into the pocket. Getting back there, Rikas. Good spoil from behind from Marks. Does the ball go over the boundary line? Tatura keep it in. Rossi Brown applies good tackle there as well. And eventually they do force the ball over for a boundary throw in. 40 metres out, right half forward flank.
Virtually a replay of the last quarter, isn't it, where they just can't get a clear kick and the pressure is forcing them to kick out in the full or kick wide. So Mansfield's pressure is continuing.
And Marwick directs the ball down, looking for Davies. Lovely pick-up, handball over to Bartlett, who kicks the ball to centre wing, but there's only Tatura Bulldogs there. They combine through the middle, come back to centre half forward, and there's a long kicking Daniels, but he goes short on this occasion.
Nice kick.
Lovely kick.
Oh, dropped the ball.
He's dropped the ball.
That's
but
number 19 in
he's got a handle over Wall. Wall goes to full forward. Marks there. Gets the ball on deck for the Eagles.
Well done, Marks.
Good defending. Howes back on the ground.
Got to give it off or kick it.
He kicks it now. Gets disposed. It gets knocked over after he kicked the ball. Free kick down the field, you would think. So they're certainly making a bit of an effort to upset Wiz Howes.
Not that he's done anything. And wouldn't. He's just a nice, soft character. Okay, handball out by Sheen out wide. Kick by Rikas again, following up his last play. And off hands is going to be in front of the box of and in front of the swimming pool for Tatura's coach's box. Again, both sides really hard at it, trying to break clear. So it's good footy. And really good to see players, taking players on and really delivering and playing good footy.
Coote takes the front position. Oh, well done, knocked it on. But Mansfield should arrive in numbers there. Christopher twisting and turning. Good. And Damasi, was that?
Yes, Damasi on the left foot. Bit of a 9-iron, but Sheen couldn't get it off the pack. Now the Tatura players do about 2 or 3 handballs. Going to come wide to the big fella in... McGill's on the half-back flank. He goes past us in the box here on our side of the ground. Marks punches behind. That's a free kick over the shoulder. This guy, number 14, is doing a pretty good job.
Matthew Ryan.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
Goes short to number 2 in Chormore.
Ethan Moore it is, centre wing, looks to attacking 50, kicks the ball very, very high to sort of half forward.
Oh, nice.
And Luke Walsh just marks on his chest. Really poor disposal there. He comes out to Davies, who marks just slightly defensive. A little bit of the ball in the third quarter here. He looks towards centre wing, press box side of the ground, and Martin will fly, gets the ball on the ground. Foster handball over the top, misses Anselmi. Marnie twisting and turning, goes back to Anselmi. Anselmi goes down the line.
Wasn't the option.
Looking for Damasi. Christopher gets across there, but clean pair of heels by number 23, goes into the pocket.
This is McGill, is it? No. 14, sorry. Matthew Ryan. His
left foot kick is a point.
Bit of a gun, this kid.
He is. Kicked a few goals for him already this year, Ryan.
5-4-34 Mansfield, 3-6-24 Tatura.
Okay, Marks is going to kick out from full-back down at the town end of the ground, out to Marnie, who takes it off his shoelaces. So Brett Marnie's got the ball, virtually 25 out. Obviously,
he'll have to come this way.
Tat's done some work there to slow the game up a little bit, so we haven't got time to move the ball quick. Off hands. Out to Allen to Damasi, who just puts the old 9-iron in business, and it goes over the boundary line.
Kicks for touch, as they say, and he's got it there.
Yeah, well, in some games, David, that's deliberate.
So the ball is out of bounds directly in front of us here in the broadcast box. You're listening to Radio Mansfield's coverage of the GVL game, Mansfield taking on Tatura, and the boundary umpire throws it back in. Ari Damasi in the ruck. Ball goes over the back of the pack. And nice
good tackle by
Reekers again, and Gallagher gets dragged off the ball, and umpire says no disposal, dropping the ball. Free kick to Cooper. Cooper goes straight up to centre half forward, and coming out marking on his chest, I reckon it'll be Ryan again.
A little bit disappointing, that free kick against Gallagher, because he actually he dropped the ball on his left foot.
Yes.
So yes, he did drop the ball, but
I reckon it hit his foot.
How else did it move forward?
Well, that's right.
Ryan comes running in at a shot for goal.
Like I said, good play, this kid.
And he's missed to the left. It was an interesting approach. He sort of pretended almost like he was playing on there. And he's kicked a point away to the left. Mansfield bring it back in quickly to Marks.
Again, here we go. Tat's forcing us wide and slowing the game down, and it's not suiting our style of play.
So he has taken the mark outside, attacking 50. Ari Damasi standing the mark is at 55. He handballs
Daniels.
Immediately. Daniels.
Yes, Daniels.
Goes long to full forward. Direct footy. Good spoiling from the Eagles defenders. Sees the ball on the deck. Sanford battling hard there. Tracking his Tatura opponent to the boundary line. Marnie intercepts. And looks like Anselmi there running through. Tries to break the tackle. Nothing doing. And players having a bit of a scuffle behind play. The umpire has paid a free kick to the Eagles.
Yeah, we won't comment on which Eagles player ran through with his arm up in the first place. But anyway, it's out wide, and the marks goes wider to true wing, and it goes over the boundary line. Jamie Sheen couldn't take the mark. It's interesting, you know, sometimes when you're the aggressor and you go through, you know, yeah, you got to have enough gumption, I suppose, to be able to take it as well. So the retaliator gets caught up with. The boundary umpire throws it in favour of
out for Tatura. They flick the ball back towards the boundary line, looking for Daniels, but he can't control the ball, and it's gone out of bounds right on the wing, members' side of the ground. And all players in one half of the ground, all on that side of the ground. So there's plenty of space on this side of the ground. Just a matter of getting the ball and getting the game going.
Yeah, so they throw it in, and then Ruckman put it down to the front of the pack. 28, Tatura there, can't pick the ball up and over the boundary line. And 28 is Sean Martin.
So a bit of a stalemate out here, centre wing. Martin in the ruck up against
so one-on-one all around the ground,
David.
One-on-one
everywhere.
Yep, good to see.
good old-fashioned stuff.
Yep, good.
Tatura get the clearance. They go inside attacking 50.
Pushed under the ball.
Marks did not give away a free kick, says the umpire. It's in the pocket. Hands and knees. Tatura lock it in there, and eventually it's forced over the boundary line. So it's 5 metres around from the right point post. And Tatura have done a good job stopping the run in the third quarter here from the Eagles, and they've kept it in their attacking 50 for the last 5 minutes or so.
So as obviously the coach Daniels has decided, look, let's take them on one-on-one, and they're all around the ground, and if they're good enough, then they'll come to the top. So really interesting stuff. Umpire threw it in, and then it just stacks in the middle a little bit. So the umpire, the goal umpire, sorry, the central umpire will throw the ball up.
And he does. Right forward pocket for Tatura. Mansfield ruckman left it behind. Grenfell takes it out of the ruck. Snap across the shoulder is a goal to the Tatura Bombers.
Indeed, and that's their 4th goal. Mansfield is now 5-4-34, leading Tatura by 3 points, 4-7-31. Scoreboard to you by Henry III.
So complete different football, David.
Yes, you sort of felt a goal was coming there for Tatura. They'd monopolised the ball for about 5 or 6 minutes there, where the Eagles couldn't get past the wing, and finally classy goal from the big ruckman.
Yeah, so what it allows is when you go one-on-one is you class acts like Daniels, Cerverella, you know, and Ryan and those guys can actually, you know, do their stuff without, you know, someone blocking their path and all that sort of stuff. So it really makes Mansfield accountable. And
no one on the centre wing out here. Young Joel Sanford's just coming around now. So Tad have got a spare player somewhere else at the moment. Player's just trying to sort it all out. The boundary umpire's taking his time getting the ball in play, so there's no hurry. Sanford pushes forward. Back in the middle of the ground now. Umpire's getting ready to get the game underway. Significant delay as that ball went out into the street. Back in the middle of the ground. Up they go. And Grenfell getting ruck ascendancy, gets the ball down. Daniels gets the clearance inside 50. The ball's going to trickle over the boundary line in front of Marks and over for a throw-in. So Tatura back in attack, 20 metres out from goal.
And we're talking half-time, David, you and I, about Daniels' ability to be able to get possession, and his penetrating kick. Like he kicked 50 metres just off one step.
Yeah.
And he's did it just then again. He's just, we've got to keep him under control.
So the boundary umpire throws the ball back in. Big Grenfell goes up for Tatura, smashes the ball towards full forward.
Getting on top.
It's on the deck, and look at that. That Tatura player just runs through the pack. Left foot snap. Not sure who that was. I think it was number 20.
Yes, 23, which is Matthew Cornwall.
Cornwall has kicked the goal, and that's really tightening things up, Paul.
Has indeed. That's puts 3 points ahead of Mansfield now, Tatura. So Tatura 5-7-37, Mansfield 5-4-34. Yep. And as Henry says, you think your job sucks.
Well, the Eagles are struggling here the last 10 minutes or so, and as I mentioned, they just cannot get the ball inside their attacking half of the ground, and getting right on top in the middle, Tatura through Grenfell. So we need a clearance here.
Really smart coaching by the TAT coach in Daniels, just to change the game, and you know, he's backing his players to get possession and beat their opponent. So the big ruckman again gets the clearance, and again it's Hill. That should have been play on, David.
Yeah,
it's penalised Tat.
Yeah. What's wrong with advantage there?
Yeah, because he's the 32 in Hill, is it?
Yes.
He's got the ball and driven it down to the forward line, and they're going to bring it back to the middle of the ground.
Yeah.
So
the free kick that
Daniels, the coach, who's just dominating the centre at the moment, thanks to his ruckman, who's just putting it down his throat. He goes long and high to full forward, off Mansfield hands. Neither Mansfield player could picked up the ground. Players jumping on each other.
Umpire's paid a free kick against Mansfield.
Yeah, so we're just getting a little bit shaky here, and this is the guy who kicked the ball a minute ago, Cornwall, Matthew Cornwall, number 23. Long, is it? I think, yeah, and it's with the long sleeve jumper.
Yeah.
So tight angle in front of the coffee merchant sign.
Man on the mark is at about 35 metres out, coming in from the boundary line. The boys at the Canberra have got a perfect view of this, so we should get a bit of an indication on how it's travelling.
I'm sure
Left
he's
foot. Oh, it's an absolute wobbler in the air.
Actually, no, it can't happen, can it?
And surely not. and it's a bit of a rugby scrum inside the goal square, and we weren't even able to push it over for a point, unfortunately. So Tatura in the van again.
We lost a bit of concentration here, David, and we nearly let that go through for a goal.
Bartlett tries to get it through.
Boys, tune in.
Little handball over the top comes to Christopher. Christopher goes back to Howes. Howes dodges, and his right foot kick is chopped off by Link Wellington, and he's happy to force it over the boundary line. And Tatura can reset 80 metres from goal, right in front of the Mansfield coach's box.
And obviously fire restrictions are off, because you can smell the burn-off happening, unless the box next door's on fire. It's not, I mean, what's Tommy Apps over there? He hasn't got a fire going over his house, has he?
And the Eagles get the clearance. Kick around to the wing is marked by Jamie Sheen. He looks inside, but there's runners in there.
He had to hit a target.
He's missed the target. So it's all left to Davies, who forces the ball forward, looking for Brown. The ball evades him. And back there, Tatura defending well through Miller.
Wellington's got
the ball now, dancing around the boundary line, but I think he's danced over the line.
They're doing that pretty easy there, didn't they?
And we'll have a ball in right in front of the TAT coach's box. And the smoke is drifting in from somewhere.
Well, mate, they got to the back of the box here. The boys are having a barbecue, and I tell you what, the snags are black.
So Tatura get the ruck tap out. Fighting hard is Herridge, but he couldn't get the clearance. Number 32,
Hill again.
Miller, goes inside 50. Walsh getting back there for the Eagles, but the big fella comes out and takes it. He missed his target with the handball. Severella fighting in there for Tatura.
Nice.
Well picked up by Walsh.
Walsh to Reekers.
Reekers goes down the line looking for Scotty Marwick. His handball's missed the target, and Selmy will apply the pressure. But Tatura got numbers running past, and they flick the ball into the middle of the ground. And a long kick now goes forward.
Downfield. Oh, got away with it.
And Grenfell nearly takes the mark. He flicks the ball out. Number 31 has a short goal straight over the goal umpire's hat. And that's Ballas kicking the goal.
Ballas or Cervella?
Ballas. Xavier with a Z, number 31, that kicks the goal for Tat. Okay. And things starting to look a little grim here for the Eagles. Hang on.
No.
Touched off the boot. You'll have to reverse that score, Paul. Sorry to do that to you.
Yeah, anyway, they're going to kick out. Marks out to again the Mansfield Sporting Complex side, which they've turned the ball over on that side 3 or 4 times now. Brown and Selmy and Dinky sort of up and handball that gets taken over the line by... that quarter went quick. Will Foster.
I reckon.
So time to reset for the Eagles. I'll be... travelling home with the aid of a very, very slight breeze, looking at the way the smoke is drifting.
Okay, we're back with the game, the start of the fourth quarter, I should say, and Mansfield 4 points behind Tatura at the moment. And yep, they're just waiting for the umpire to, they're holding the ball aloft, and the start of the fourth quarter now.
Fourth quarter GV round to 5 action. Up it goes in the middle. Grenfell in the ruck. Gets the ball down, looking for but not finding Daniels. He was wrapped up immediately, and we will have a repeat ball up. Still in the centre circle. Grenfell in the ruck against Marton. Marton does well, gets the ball on the deck, but the clearance comes through Thuma from Tat. Ball's gone towards the centre wing. Lovely handball inside to Herridge. Running and kicking long to centre half forward. Sheehan there, one out. Gets the ball on the deck. Applies a tackle. Great work, Jamie Sheehan. Scotty Marwick helps him. And they drag the Tatura bloke to the ground. 30 metres out directly in front. Mansfield attacking with the aid of a very slight breeze to the Mount Buller end of the ground. There it is in the ruck. Marton. Lovely twisting, turning by Rossi Brown. He goes with the outside of the boot, looking for not finding a teammate out there. And Selmy gets it, goes backwards to Foster. Foster goes into Allen. Allen's kick goes to full forward. And Tatura spoil. They run it out now through Civarella. He looks to the wing.
Down the ground.
Free kick downfield against Anselmi. And Tatura play on. They look into the middle of the ground. It's a pretty poor option. 3 Mansfield players there. Marton gives the handball out. Brown overruns the ball, but he picks it up, goes back to Marton. Marton's got Bartlett. Bartlett shrugs the tackle. He goes high inside 50. The ball will land about 30 metres out. Standing underneath it. Oh, great mark.
It's a great mark from behind too.
Yes, by Tatura. Well done. Player on short. Ball bounces in front of him. He pitches and it goes over the top. Thuma again involved for Tatura. They flick the ball towards the wing. And the ball bypasses, but great pick up there by German. Lovely handball off. The Eagles go forward again. Here comes Ben Fagan. Up hard at the ball, goes over the top to Foster on his left boot, has a shot at goal. It's on the way. Looks pretty good. The crowd go up, and the Eagles have hit back. First goal on the board to Foster.
Indeed, and that sees Mansfield 2 points ahead now. Mansfield 6-4-42, Tatura 5-8-38.
And Paul, you're just saying that Ben Fagan had been a bit quiet since quarter time, but did a great job there leading up at the ball. Strong play, got the ball out to Foster, and Foster finished cleanly.
He did. So he's in for a big quarter.
Let's hope he is.
Yep.
And an AFL update, the Hawks have skipped away from the Bombers. They're 11 points in front, 47-36. And the Gold Coast Suns 3 points up against the Bulldogs.
So young Jim Cousins sent back to
sent back to the Resies, yes.
I thought he played well last 2 weeks.
Martin tries to get the clearance for the Eagles, and the clearance does come from Foster this time. He goes inside 50. Fagan leads out, but the ball will beat him over the boundary line, and we'll have a throw in about 40 metres around from the goal, right half forward flank.
Yeah, they're a bit cutthroat down the AFL, aren't they?
Yes.
Well, it's not all about how well you play from the spectator's point of view, is whether you're following the plan, I suppose. I don't know. But, yeah, I thought he played all right last week.
Yeah, and the week before, 20 possessions.
Yeah.
Grenfell couldn't get the ruck tap away there. Rossi Brown's kick is smothered. Wellington tries to barge his way through. He's dragged to the ground. Plenty of players around the ball. The umpire's circling and says, I'll ball it up. So... no movement there. Still 40 metres out, right half forward flank.
Yeah, Dave. So, pressure's on now, and it's up the right Mansfield end. So, going forward, good tap out to Jimmy Herridge, who runs around, showing some pace. Pops it up on in his right foot, high ball. Punched by the tap player and over the boundary line there in front of the old fire station. So really interesting, David. It's we've been talking about that at 3/4 time, is that they've just every time they just punched the ball away and haven't allowed and gone really defensive, and we haven't really adjusted to it, have we?
No, we have not, and they've pushed all the players up to one half of the ground, just about Tatura. There's only two players. Tatura's attacking side of the centre, and all players are in one half of the ground, so it's going to be very hard to get the ball out of the congestion here. Another ball up, 40 metres out, right half forward flank.
It's a free kick.
Should have been a free kick against Martin, I thought, but anyway, we've got the ball. Foster, left foot snap, it's not on line, it's in the pocket, and through for a behind to the Eagles.
Score, mate.
Henry's scoreboard. Okay, Mansfield 6-4-40 to Tatura 5-8-38.
It's a close, tight affair here at the Rec Reserve. Tatura get ready to bring the ball back in from full-back. And he goes to the members' side again, where all the numbers are, looking for Grenfell, who flies. But nice mark by his teammate there. Look at their work. They're very well out here.
Billy Cooper.
Good running from Billy Cooper. He goes inside attacking 50 to a one-on-one. Well done, the Eagles defenders get back there. Bartlett's got the ball now. He's got a player out wide. Looks like Marks or Mark at half-back.
Marks goes down the wing to good kick to Davies. Davies takes a mark. Had a rip in first quarter, a little bit quieter second, but it's coming into the game now. Obviously, he's got the ball. Umpire says play on, so he goes down the line again. This is right into Tatura's box, but picked off the pack by Big Ben Fagan. Look at the kick, and Jamie Sheen can't take the one hand up.
Oh, he's been pinned there.
Yep. Free kick, no disposal. No. Took the tackler on, wasn't able to get a handball off, and Link Wellington disposes of him and the umpire says, you've got to go back behind the mark.
Interesting. Yep.
A little bit of byplay there at centre half back, but Tatura have got a free man. They come out this way now. Kick towards the wing end. Selby's going to get there for the Eagles.
He dropped the ball. Some errors playing game.
And there's no one there to help him, so he's...
he has paid deliberate too.
He's paid deliberate out of bounds there.
He's just making a few errors under pressure now, David, and it's just panicking a little bit because things aren't coming off. This is where more, better talented players have got to step up and be more sure about the ball and not laterize. Bartlett, good mark by this guy, 32 for Tat. Miller's played a ripping game. He's sticking on the right to the big fella in Grenfell, but no, can't take mark. That is dropping the ball.
Lovely tackle, Bartlett there.
He's played a good game, Bartlett.
He has.
Okay, so he's a true centre half back, and he's going to, again, this stop-start foot, he's right up Tatura's alley. Short. Oh, it's a shoelaces Ben Fagan. He had to bend down. He's done well to get away with that. Oh, good mark by Grant Anselm. He's had a ripping game over Davies. Davies whacks it on the right foot, David.
He goes high into the forward pocket. There's going to be a clash of players out there in the pocket. Ball spills.
Oh, Link Wellington.
Nice handball over the top. Tatura have got spare players. They come out to this side. And bad luck, Joel Sanford couldn't get the ball, but he applies the tackle. Handball comes over to Fagan. Fagan goes inside 50. Looking for... No, but the umpire's going to bring it back. Free kick to Davies.
This guy umpire's done that to both sides all day. Yeah. Penalised. That should be downfield, mate. The play's gone. Don't just bring it back.
Davies is on the Reekers, 70 metres out. Sells a bit of candy, goes onto the left boot. He kicks it inside 50. It's high. There's no marking targets down there. And...
that's not a bad result,
that's
David,
a good result.
Because we want a boundary throw in.
Yes.
So
Grenville probably should have marked that. It's gone over the boundary line for a throw in.
I'm on Allen or Davies to get the ball here, David, because they've placed themselves in a good situation. So he throws it in. Let's see. There they are. No, just missed Davies by just a tad.
Well,
you can see that was going to happen from up here. Oh, no, the Mansfield player's gone to the ground. Good tackle. Tatura have just lifted their work rate extra to a level that's just really put us under pressure, and we're making some silly mistakes.
Good tackle there. Gallagher taken across the boundary line, so throw in 60 metres around from the Mansfield goal. Left half forward flank. In it comes now. Marwick in the ruck. Civarella there, but he leaves it for his teammate in Moore, who's wrapped up immediately. And we'll have a ball up right on the 50 metres.
This is what they're talking about in AFL level. Is see how much time before he throws it up. And now, why not just go in and bang, get the ball moving. Out it comes on a left foot scrubby kick. This is young Ryan. He's caught, but he can get a handball out. Jimmy Herridge, Mr. 200, off of his legs. Oh, so brilliant tackle by Herridge. Tatman don't want to move it around to Ryan. Here they go, they're backing up each other. 44 whacks it on his boot. Sorry, I don't know his name.
Hill.
And a good mark by Lockie Crystal. Play on, the umpire says no mark. They move Marnie to half back in defensive role. Off the half-backs back this side again.
Oh, lovely handball inside. Sanford goes down, but he's turned
the ball over.
And Tatura will go forward again. Mark has been taken by Thuma. It's right in the middle of the ground. He's got a running player out wide. And that's Nahil. He goes forward inside 50, back with the flight of the ball. Couldn't take the mark, number 22. Might have got a poke in the eye. Howes goes the punch. Tatura in the van here. From 50 metres, they go straight the full forward, and the ball's on the deck. And nice work. Reek is up the middle to Ari Damasi. He's got the handball over the top to Gallagher. He'll have to go off the ground. He does.
Well done.
There's no one there.
This will open it up for Tatura.
Civarella to McGill.
Good kick.
Lovely kick.
Daniels.
Look at that delivery inside 50. Spot on, but good spoil from behind from the Eagles.
Cornwall.
And he goes high into the pocket. And look at that. Big, tall fella.
They don't get any shorter by the game.
They don't. And he's taken the mark. Number 9, Grenville. 15 metres out.
When you play high-risk footy and you're just going, both sides have been really, taking them on. Unfortunately, it makes the turnover look twice as bad. But, we just...
Brandon Grenville kicks
Let him in.
And puts him 3 points ahead. Tatura 6-8-44, Mansfield 6-5-41. Scoreboard to you by Henry III, your local liquid waste specialist. He is servicing Mansfield and surrounding areas.
And surrounds.
Yes,
He'll pick up anywhere, just about.
He will. He'll go anywhere to fill that big truck of his.
And plenty of time to go in the last quarter, mate, but a bit of a shame there. The Eagles dominated possession, but Tatura have gone forward again and got a goal a little bit too easily there.
Yeah, they swung this number 2 in Ethan Moore in the middle with Civarella and Daniels, and they're just, their ball use is fantastic. So we're just under the pump a little bit.
Scotty Marwick gets the ruck tap out, but Civarella with a loose ball. Handball over the top, but goes backwards to half-back. Nice little move there. Ball goes to centre wing and the marker's taken. Moore goes straight down inside attacking 50. And he's done it again, Grenfell.
He's stepping up.
Taking a mark 40 metres out. Be about a 45-degree angle. He's taking his time. Didn't even look around to see if there was an option inside.
It's like fresh milk, mate. The cream comes to the top, though.
Yes, and
Grenfell is a good player, this guy. All around the ground, and like I said, that you need those players, your A-grade players, to really step up at the right time, and Tat's certainly getting it.
In he comes now. Right foot drop punts on the way. The goal umpire moves just fractionally to his right. But the Tatura fans are happy. It's another goal on the Henry III scoreboard.
That's Grenfell's third for the game, and Tatura's seventh. So it's Tatura's 7-8-50, Mansfield 6-5-41.
Okay, so we've got the 9-point situation, which he's you're putting under pressure. At the moment, you just can't see the Mansfield probably finding it unless they can surge forward. But I just think at the moment Tat's been able to keep the pace of the game more consistent.
Ben Fagan swung himself into the middle of the ground, so going for a bigger body there in the centre clearances. And Marwick in the ruck. The ball's on the deck. Tatura comes streaming through. Half back. Lockie Christopher picks it up. Throws the tackle.
Well done, Lockie.
And the umpire says, play on advantage to Tatura. They've gone forward. And playing in front. Mark has been taken by Matthew Ryan.
Yeah, I think that's a comment. Poor Lockie's gone through with the ball in his hand. And it's the old knocked out in the tackle.
Yes. The bloke actually wasn't tackling him when the ball spilled free. It came out in the tackle.
That's right.
Should have been a play on, I would have thought.
But anyway, Tatum, obviously, you got to maximise your opportunities.
It's the running man, number 14, goal straight through the middle, Matthew Ryan.
8-8-56 Tatura, Mansfield 6-5-41.
8-8-56.
8-8.
8-8-56.
Scoreboard to you by Henry III, your local liquid waste specialist.
Yes.
And Mansfield bringing the changes over there, trying to get some fresh legs on the ground.
Yeah, things are getting a little bit difficult at the moment from to get the hands on the ball, and it's starting in the middle of the ground, so we've just got to get our hands on the footy. Oh, we really need to get that bloke going to get his fire going again. So
Headmaster. 8-8-64.
That's it.
So
I was with you.
Josh Marton back in the ruck for the Eagles. Up against Coote. Marton wins the ruck tap out, looking for Gallagher. Fagan overruns the ball. He's a big scrap for it. Hands and knees was Marton. Tatura players coming through from everywhere. Rossi Brown fighting hard for the ball for the Eagles. Paddles it towards the boundary line.
Good hands.
Gives a handball over the top to Herridge. He looks inside for another handball, but it's chopped off by Tat and goes over the boundary line. Civarella a bit sore behind play. The trainer's coming out to attend to him now. So he's heading to the bench.
Yeah, and that's nearly our first centre clearance for the quarter, and that's where it's all happening. We've just got to be able to get the possession of the footy. So our on balls are going to have to lift. Throwing in, both ruckman up, off hands. Marwick can't pick it up. Fagan couldn't pick it up. He was grabbed without the footy. No free kick, and it stacks on the middle here, right on the 50-metre line. Mansfield Sporting Complex side of the ground. So this is where we've just got to get possession. We need a Marnie run through here.
And it goes down
Davies
to Davies. Handball to
Herridge, Mr. 200, who's had a shocking day kicking, but he slotted that one. What I'll just say, you needed a run-through player, didn't you? Just like Sydney Swans, what was it, that final? Who was it? Ran through and picked it off the pack and won the...
Oh, Dot Davis.
Yes,
jeez.
That was a classic example, and I called it early.
Good call there, Adrian. So well done, Jimmy Herridge, in his 200th game, getting a goal on the board.
Indeed, that's his first for the game, and let's hope we can get a few more before the game's up. And 9 points of difference now. Mansfield trailing Tatura, and score 8-8-56 to 7-5-47.
And that's what Tatura's been doing, and we haven't been. Is when we've got in our forward line, the mobile player coming through the pack, and when you're on the move, you can't stop them.
That's right. And up back in the middle.
We got it again. Davies hasn't got the footy. And, no free kick.
Knocked it out of his hand, I think, there, and it's on the deck, and the umpire will ball it up. And don't listen, Nico. The Hawkers are up by 31 against the Bombers.
Oh, what's going on, boys?
Tatura get the ruck tap from the middle of the ground.
Good tackle.
Lucky Christopher. Now, he took the tackler on, and no,
that's a shocker.
That's a terrible decision.
Jaden Thuma kicks the ball long in the forward line, and Marks has got it in front of him, taps it well, showing some athleticism for a big fella. Bangs it on the foot. Oh no, Tat's going to clear it again by Thuma again. He goes along the hand of Daniels. Watch his score on his foot. He dodges. He's your top player. 12 and Tatura handballs it over to Miller, who gets taken out. Undisciplined play at the wrong time of the game.
And a free kick has been paid down the ground.
You can't afford to do that at this time of the game.
And looks like the running man, Matthew Ryan, again, has got it at centre half forward. He's probably a bit closer to goal than that. He's only 30 metres out, directly in front. Bartlett turns his back on the mark in disgust. In he comes now. Left foot kick is on the way. He likes it. And it's a goal on the board to Tat, and they steady again.
Score, mate, please.
Okay, that sees Tatura now 15 points ahead. Tatura 9-8, 62. Mansfield 7-5, 47.
Janison Daniels got the ball out there, David, on that half-forward flank, and he nearly turned around and wanted, the old 20-cent piece, He just, it was almost like slow motion, wasn't it? He's such a skilled player. He's just got time, and the kick is just bang, isn't it? He's a class act.
Creates space for himself very well.
Yeah.
And the changes continue. Davies in the middle with Herridge, Marnie, Martin in the ruck. Looks like Grenfell's gone back in there for Tatura. Up it goes from the umpire. Grenfell gets the tap out. Tatura come off the back of the square, and they flick the ball out to Wall.
Daniels
well done,
again.
Daniels just gets the ball out wide. It's going to go over the boundary line here in front of us, is it? He ducked
his head.
The tackle there, Ethan Moore. Comes out to
Miller.
32. It's a lovely kick down the line.
Lucky Christopher.
Big spoil, gets it over the boundary line and away from Civarella.
He's done a great job for
a scuffle on here.
A scuffle
right in front of the super box. You've got a good view of it. The girls are out of their seats having a look. Kids are jumping up and down.
I can't see.
So concentrate back on the game. The boundary umpire does the right thing, chucks it back into play. Grenfell directs it to the back to Civarella. Marnie there to apply some pressure. Christopher with the
hands.
Marnie. The kick's got too much on it.
Pushed in the back.
Yes, it's a free kick for tunnelling, I suppose, there.
Don't wait, play on. Play the advantage.
No, he's going to make them come back.
Same bloke, what I say earlier this quarter. He brings it back all the time and it penalises the side.
Allen's got the handball out wide to Howes. Howes goes back to Bartlett. Bartlett goes over the top to Allen. Left foot kick for
downfield again.
Inside 50.
No call.
And nothing from the umpire. Herridge tries to get onto the loose ball. He's bowled over there fairly. And fighting hard is Marks. He gets the ball forward for the Eagles. Sheen couldn't take the mark. The ball's on the ground. Great tackle. And he says, no, that's not a free kick. Play on. Marnie handballs it out to Herridge. 200. Herridge in the pocket. Fine shot at goal.
Down the full.
And on the full, I think.
Yep.
It's exciting, David, but, you just got to be able to look after the player after he kicks the footy. And this kid, young Allen, what is he, 18?
Yep, 18 or 19.
Trying to learn the game, and umpire's standing right in front of there and just lets it go. It's a bit disappointing, and that's why kids give away footy.
Sure, have got the free kick in the back pocket. There's no hurry for the Bulldogs. They've got a comfortable lead, sitting on a comfortable lead. They come in now long towards half-back flank and high.
Bit of a pushing going on there. Civarella picks it off the pack. Again, Tat's working hard. Quick kick. Wellington will mark this. And he's where they're open here. Tat's got it at fullback. Comes out here and 28 in Sean Martin. Martin takes a mark. It's on their terms at the moment. Right in front of us is that young Ryan. Picked up by Anselmi. Short hands to Brown. Brown to Bartlett short. Again, Jamie Sheen's got 3. And no free kick, and they're just going to run it away. Got to be able to deliver in the forward line. Jimmy Herridge, nearly
free kick.
No free kick.
Player out here on his own wants the ball, but it's not coming this way at the moment.
This is Miller.
Taking their time to Tatura at centre half back. And a nice kick out to Martin. Number 28 is marked at half back.
So at the moment, Tat's just got control of the footy.
Happy to play a bit of keepings off, Tat. They come to centre wing, press box side of the ground, pushing there.
Good punch from behind.
And here we go, Foster with a handball over the top to Reekers. Reekers will run, left foot kick. It's a
nice
pretty good
kick
off the boot.
Oh, come on, umpire.
He's paid a chop of the arms. Free kick to Ben Fagan. 50 metres out on the boundary line.
The trouble is he's out here and got no one to mark in the square. So he doesn't say, he says, oh, get up, off hands. You see that was going to happen, couldn't you?
Yes. Unfortunately, no marking target down there. Jamie Sheen again had 2 or 3 players to beat in the square, and Tatura just knocked it over the top for a point.
9-8-62 Tatura, 7-6-48 Mansfield. 14 points of difference. 14
points of difference. So
it's coming to a stage, David, where you're just going to have to
throw caution to the wind.
Yep, throw someone else, another tall, and just because at the moment they're just taking it away too easy.
And Tatura defend to the members' side of the ground. A big fly.
That's a rip. 31 Xavier Ballas with a Z.
Done some nice things, this kid today.
Yeah, he's zippy.
He goes long to centre wing, looking for Billy Cooper, but the kick's wide and out of bounds on the full. So free kick
Christopher, who's had a good game, out to Reekers picked up a fair bit of the ball today, Dave. Yeah. So he's on the half-back flank. He's going to go straight down the wing on the Mansfield complex side. They all fly again. That's that same man who's up high.
Xavier.
Oh, good hands by Marnie out to Brown. Brown
Foster.
to Foster. Oh, he's turned it over to Miller. This guy here has had a ripping game as well, Miller.
Yeah, captain of the side, Tom Miller, goes to the full back position. The mark has been taken inside the goal square. And just keeping off. Wellington.
Horse is probably bolted, but I'd like to see Marksy down there.
Billy Cooper.
Yes.
Billy Cooper. Yeah, I think you could just swing it around. You got to go for a win. 22.
Colby McDonald goes down the line to the running man. And Tatura have got players backing up. Joel Sanford there for the Eagles. Taps the ball to his own advantage. Looks for a teammate. Well done, Marks. Goes back to Gallagher. Gallagher goes
Davies
inside to Davies.
Pressure.
He's tackled as soon as he gets the ball.
What about his head?
Yeah, perhaps could have been a free kick for over a little bit high there, but nothing doing. The umpire says, I'll ball it up. Centre wing. Right in front of us here at the Radio Mansfield box.
Again, static football. Mansfield's got to get on the run. Hasn't got it. What I just say, Marnie runs through the pack. When you're mobile, you can't be stopped. Sheehan in the box seat. Oh, goodness me.
Milne on him. It bounces away from him. Bad luck there.
Yeah, kicked out by James Niall, number 24, and this is it. Daniels, you watch this. Spins all the time in the world. Didn't quite hit his target. Picked up well. Out there. Here goes Brant Anselmi. Anselmi's running 45. Gee, I nearly got pinged. Again, Jamie Sheen is not going to mark.
Yeah, you're giving away
like that.
You're giving away about 10 inches in the old language there.
Yep.
So pretty tough for Jamie there, up against a much taller opponent. Dying moments of the game here.
So you slip someone else under who's going to sit under Jamie, or even if you've got a small player. One of the young kids who's got a bit of pace, maybe, if you haven't got a tall. But
short throw in from the boundary umpire. Tatura gets the clearance. Howes takes the mark. Centre wing.
Been quiet this quarter.
Against Billy Cooper out there. Howes looking for options. He's going to have to go long, and he does.
He's going for the 9-iron.
Gets the ball inside, tacking 50, but Tatura have got players back there in numbers. They're happy just to bottle it up and force it over the boundary line, 20 metres out from the Mansfield goal, right forward pocket.
14 points of difference here and close to full time here, but Tatura 9-8-62, Mansfield 7-6-48.
Okay, so as you can see, you're just a pretty good organisation. Tad will be pretty happy with all this, just locking it up. Almost got all their players flooding.
Free kick to the Eagles. Going to be a shot on goal.
So be Brett Martin, is it?
Right, might be Bretty Marnie, is it?
Yeah, Bretty Marnie. I think it's him. I'd rather Jimmy Herridge having the shot, but Brett's got an opportunity to close the gap a little bit.
And he comes. Good looking kick.
No, it's pushed
away to the right.
Pushed it.
There goes the siren. game, and unfortunately not the result we were after, Paul. The final score, please.
Final score, Mansfield down by 13 points. Tatura 9-8-62 to Mansfield 7-7-49.